Horizontal and Vertical Projectile Motion by John Marby M. Montes. First of all, what is projectile motion? What are projectiles and what is motion? Projectile motion is a form of motion experienced by a launched object. Projectiles: any object thrown by the exertion of a force, an example of which is a soccer ball being kicked by a soccer player. It can also be defined as an object launched into the space and allowed to move free under the influence of gravity and air resistance. On the other hand, motion is when an object changes its position over time. Motion is mathematically described in terms of displacement, distance, velocity, acceleration, speed, and time. We can now learn about the difference between horizontal and vertical projectile motion. Nice! Let's continue. X and Y axis. An axis is a fixed reference line for the measurement of coordinate. Projectiles moving in a vertical motion can be imagined moving up or falling down in the y-axis. On the other hand, those moving in a horizontal motion can be imagined moving up and falling down in the x-axis, forming a parabolic path. This is the main difference between the two. Now we can talk about projectiles in vertical motion. A projectile in vertical motion is controlled by the force of gravity alone. A projectile moving in a vertical motion accelerates down at the speed of gravity, which is 9.8 meters per second squared. Vertical motion is changing, unlike horizontal motion that doesn't. Vertical motion is identical to a falling body. Lastly, it falls straight down. Examples: utensils falling down, Kirby thrown down a cliff. Next up, projectiles in horizontal motion. Projectiles in horizontal motion moves in a horizontal plane, depending upon the force acting on it. Projectiles moving horizontally have constant velocity and usually travels a distance called a horizontal range, unlike vertical motion. The trajectory of a projectile in horizontal motion tends to be parabolic. Examples: a kicked soccer ball moves in a horizontal plane. A cannonball also moves in a horizontal plane. That's it. I hope that you now know the difference between projectiles in vertical motion and projectiles in horizontal motion. Thank you for watching.